Welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live. Let's check in on where the price of Bitcoin is moving right now. Still below that $20,000 handle, down about 1% this morning. Earlier today, our team spoke with Galaxy Digital founder CEO Mike Novogratz. He had to say this about what Fed tightening means for the crypto space. Take a listen.
It's hard to predict when these crypto winners, how long they go. We're a couple years from a halving cycle. I do think the Fed flinching creates some enthusiasm around Bitcoin as a store of value, Bitcoin as a recession, as an inflation hedge, as a hard money when the rest of the world keeps printing money.
Joining us to break down some of those comments, we've got our very own David Hollerith. David, you were part of that conversation. Interesting that he says the Fed flinching could mean that crypto would be a little more attractive, because that sort of was not the correlation just a month ago when we were talking about how far crypto had fallen.
Right, Akiko, that's a great point. And Novogratz is obviously, an all seasons crypto bull. But to his point, the correlation changes between cryptocurrencies and stocks has been sort of interesting for the past 2 weeks. Sometimes this correlation breaks down, and it just comes back immediately when there's a large, Fed event or CPI or something like that. And obviously, there's no Fed rate hike in October, so that might be one reason why we're seeing sort of a breakdown. But to his point, analysts I've spoken with have also suggested maybe, reasons for why crypto might be holding up slightly better, at least since July. And the stock market has a lot to do with how much it is sold off in the previous quarter, the second quarter. So that's an explanation of that. But I mean, a great example to point to is actually Coinbase's own stock compared to the NASDAQ today. Coinbase has had some news with Google. It's partnering with Google, and it's going to use Google's cloud services. And in return, Google Cloud customers can pay with cryptocurrencies. And the parallel between the NASDAQ composite, not necessarily year to date, but over the last day is sort of, running in parallel to each other. So, I think that crypto is sort of getting a little bit without so much macro data happening, at least yet this week. It's getting a little bit of its own kind of innovation narrative, which is coming back.
Yeah, a big pop for Coinbase right there on the back of that news. That stock up more than 4%. David Hollerith, as always, thanks so much for that.